Focus on watering and planting your dream. Focus on watering and planting your dream. Don't ever focus on the increase. Your job is to plant and water your dream. God's job is to give the increase. What do I mean by planting and watering your dream? So when you're planting your dream, you're basically just doing the work. So if you want to be a football player or basketball player, any sports, you're showing up to practice, you're working out, you're in the gym every day. If you're trying to be a doctor or a lawyer or a veterinarian, business, whatever whatever your dream career is, you're putting in the work. You're going to school, you're studying, you're showing up to class. What I mean by watering it is you're keeping the faith. You have patience. You're being faithful. You're being obedient. You're praying. Your job is not to focus on the increase. Your job is to focus on the work. God's job is to give you the increase. It's to give you the blessing. But see what happens, a lot of people these days, they quit their dreams because they're so focused on the increase instead of being focused on the work. And it's hard to be focused on increase and work at the same time because you get so frustrated on where's the increase, where's the blessing, where's the profit, where's the numbers, where's the views, the subscribers, like what's going on is and they think it's not working. So they quit. They tell themselves, because I don't have any views, because I don't have any subscribers, because my business isn't making any money right now, they quit. You worked out for 3 days and looked in the mirror and thought you would see some results, but you didn't, so you quit. You took piano classes for 2 weeks and thought by now you would sound like Beethoven, and you quit. You took singing classes for a whole month and thought you would sound like Beyonce, and since you don't, you quit. You see what's going on? You're so focused on the results instead of being focused on putting in the work. You frustrate yourself and talk yourself out of the dream. That's crazy. I wonder what happened if you would put all of your focus on the work and let God focus on the results. Let God focus on the increase. Let God focus on the profit. Let God focus on the numbers. Let God focus on the subscribers, the views. One of my favorite stories is Noah and the ark. God told Noah that I'm going to make it rain 40 days and 40 nights. I'm going to flood the earth. So I want you to build an ark. I want you to build a big old boat. Noah's job was to build the ark. God's job was to bring the rain. Now, Noah had never ever seen rain before because God had not yet made it rain on the earth. So I wonder how hard it was for Noah to keep building, knowing that he's never seen rain before. I wonder how hard was it for Noah to keep building, looking up in the sky. It's like, I don't see anything. But he kept being obedient. He kept planting. He kept watering. He had faith. He had patience. While everybody was picking on him, he was building. He was so focused on the work. He wasn't focused on the rain. He was focused on the work. Because you can only focus on what you can control. You can't control whether somebody buys your product or not. You can't control whether somebody watch your video or not. You can't control whether somebody subscribe to your channel or not. You can't control whether somebody signs up to your program or your daycare, whatever business, whatever you're trying to do. You can't control when you graduate and get your degree. You can't control whether some job picks you up or not. You let God handle that. You put in the work by putting in resumes, applying to different jobs. But God gives the results. God gives the blessing. God gives the increase. God gives the rain. So be like Noah. We have to be like Noah. We have to be like Noah and focus only on the work that God gave us. Focus only on planting and watering that work that God gave us. If we focus on that, we won't be distracted by the results. We won't be distracted by the results that we believe that are true. Because that's what's happening. When you focus on the increase and not the job, only the work that God's giving you, You start believing what you see. Oh, nobody's watching my videos. Oh, nobody's hiring and nobody want. When you focus on that, you quit. A lot of people get frustrated and you quit. Oh, I've been trying to sing and it's not working. I've been taking piano. It's not working. Look how look how it sounds. Look how my voice sounds. I've been taking classes for like 2 months because you just focus on the work. Let God focus on the increase because in due time, eventually, at the right time, the rain came. And not everybody else looking at Noah crazy and trying to get on the boat. But in due time, the rain will come. In due time, God's going to give the increase. In due time, God's going to give you the blessing. In due time, God's going to give you the promotion. In due time, God is going to give you the baby. In due time, at the right time, your job is to plant and water your dream. Your job is to stay consistent. Pray, have faith every day, showing up in the gym. If you're trying to get your body right, every day just showing up in the gym. On days you don't feel like working out, you don't have to go hard. Just go to the gym or just come home, do some push-ups, sit-ups, or whatnot. Like every day is just showing up consistently. Because each day that you show up, there's progress. You keep moving. You're getting better and better every day that you show up and you work on your dream and you build your dream. You land brick by brick. Brick by brick. You keep building that. You keep laying brick by brick. Eventually, you will have a wall. But God gives the increase. Focus on the dream that God. Focus on the dream that God has given you, and God will give you the increase.